School photographers, what did you notice in years of archived class photos that helped police identify a missing child? I was digitizing the 2012 kindergarten photos when I saw her. The girl in the third row had the same distinctive birthmark on her left cheek, the same wide-set green eyes, the same slight gap between her front teeth. I'd been a school photographer for 15 years, shooting thousands of students across 6 elementary schools in the district, and I'd developed an eye for faces. This face was familiar, but it shouldn't have been. The girl's name, according to the photo database, was Emma Karolak, enrolled at Riverside Elementary, but I knew her as someone else. I pulled up my archive from 2009 and found what I was looking for. A different school, Northbrook Elementary, a different last name, the same face, 3 years younger, labeled as Lily Brennan. My hand started shaking as I opened more files, tracing backwards. 2008, another school, another name, Maya Torres, same birthmark, same eyes, same child. I'd photographed this girl at 4 different schools under 4 different identities over 5 years. That wasn't normal. That was someone deliberately moving a child through the system, changing her identity each time. I grabbed my phone and called the school district office, asking for someone in student records. They transferred me 3 times before I reached a supervisor named Janet Kowalski. I explained what I'd found. The same child photographed under multiple names at different schools. Janet went quiet for a long moment, then asked me to send her the photos immediately. I emailed them from my workstation and waited while she pulled up the enrollment records. When she came back on the line, her voice was tight and controlled. Each enrollment used different guardians. The 2008 enrollment listed parents as Carlos and Sofia Torres. The 2009 enrollment listed a single mother, Amanda Brennan. The 2012 enrollment listed adoptive parents, Derek and Susan Karolak. None of these people are related according to our background check system. Mr. Huang, I need to report this to the police immediately. Can you stay available for questions? I said yes and gave her my cell number. After we hung up, I went through my entire archive systematically, searching for any other anomalies. I found 2 more children who appeared under different names at different schools, though their patterns weren't as extensive as the first girl's. One boy appeared twice over 3 years with different last names. Another girl appeared 3 times over 4 years. My stomach was churning by the time I documented everything. This wasn't coincidental paperwork errors. This was systematic identity manipulation of children. Detective Ryan Okafor called me that evening while I was still at my studio going through files. He asked if I could come to the police station the next morning with all the documentation I'd found. I arrived at 8 with my laptop and a folder of printed photos organized by child and chronology. Detective Okafor was in his early 40s, with sharp eyes and a methodical way of working through information. He had me walk through each case, explaining how I'd identified the patterns and what made me certain these were the same children rather than siblings or coincidental resemblances. I showed him the distinctive markers, the birthmark on the first girl, a scar above the eyebrow on the boy, a unique eye color pattern on the second girl. Okafor took notes and asked detailed questions about the photo metadata, the dates, the schools, the enrollment information. When I finished, he leaned back in his chair and told me something that made my blood run cold. The first girl you identified, the one you called Emma Karolak in your most recent photos, she's been reported missing. The Karolak family filed a report 6 weeks ago saying their adopted daughter disappeared from school and never came home. My mouth went dry. She's missing right now. Okafor nodded. We've been investigating it as a possible custodial interference situation. The adoption was recent, and we thought maybe the biological parents had taken her. But what you've shown me suggests something much more organized. This child has been moved through the system multiple times with different identities. That's trafficking, not custodial interference. He pulled out a file and showed me the missing person report. My stomach dropped. Full story is linked below or on my channel.